Hey, I'm Greg Batlin. We're here in Tonga with a team of 12 from the United States and Canada. This is Missions Today. The Kingdom of Tonga, known as the Friendly Islands, is comprised of 176 islands. Its capital, Nuku'alofa, is located on the north coast of the island of Tonga. In the Tongan language, Nuku means a boat and Alofa means love. And our experience has been exactly that, as the locals have opened up their homes and their hearts to us. In return, our mission here is to share saving grace by providing children's programs, eye clinics, and to complete a major church construction project. For years, this community of believers has been meeting in this broken down structure that they call their church. And as you can see, even calling it a structure is being pretty generous. Add to the fact that they don't own this building or the land it's on. But now, for the first time ever, this community of believers has their own land where they're building a brand new church. And our team is here to help finish the project.
We just want to take a little help to the build up of Papua Church, and we came here and get some sand. This truck is gonna be full.
At the construction site, we sift a lot of sand. You have these huge buckets and you just fill them with water, and you take these wire screens and you just shake until all the sand is sifted, and that's the most time-consuming thing I've done.
We're about to mix up some concrete right here on the floor by hand.
We're building the new church because there's, the members are starting to grow, and then we can't fit in our church at the moment, so we need another building.
Putting in a socket in a concrete wall, and I've never used a drill with a concrete bit and gone directly into the concrete wall so that we can do wiring. Brand new experience, never been an electrician.
We have a lot of hardworking people in this small group, all of us doing different things, all of us experiencing different things and getting to know different people. So I can't really speak for them, but I can say that they've worked very, very hard. We've been working pretty hard to get everything ready to go for the dedication, which is looming here shortly.
When Quiet Hour had a team here 2 years ago, they saw the need to raise funds for this new church facility. Jody Melashenko, our trip leader at the time and on this trip, sent us this video update to our Quiet Hour 75th anniversary event.
While we've been here, we've discovered that within the last few years, there's been a little community in Papua Tonga, and that's where we are right now. We are out in the middle of, well, you'd say a swampland. This is low tide right now, and right behind us we have a backloader that is filling an area that is going to eventually be the church. we were able to take up a special offering from our group. This is over and beyond what we had budgeted for here, but our people saw the need and they said, we've got to do something for those people. And so there's been 25 dump truck loads of gravel and rock that have come to fill the rest of this area today. They've already done about 2/3 of this when we got here, one dump truck at a time. Well, can you imagine their youth and their church family, every time a dump truck would come with 10 cubic yards of rock and fill, they're out there with their hand shovels and rakes and by hand moving this to fill this area. Well, we decided this special offering we took, we'd hire this front loader and he would do the work that would take us a week. He could do it in just a few hours. Currently, this church family here in Papua is meeting in a temporary facility. It's basically squatters' land. And so they know they want to build something permanent. So they purchased this land. It's probably the cheapest land you can buy on the island. I will say this, the cost of goods, the cost of materials here is 4, 5, 10 times more than that in the US or Canada. I don't know how they can afford to do this. It's just an amazing experience where these people have stepped out in faith. I'm going to tell you what, these young people from Canada and the United States and the staff, their lives have already been so impacted by the incredible giving of these people. And they're going to come back home changed, because that's one of our mottos there at Quiet Hour, changing lives.
So this project is incredibly intense. It's already 7 p.m. and our crew is still here working. They'll probably be working here till about 1 a.m. as they've been doing the past few nights here to get this project done in time for the church opening this weekend.
These people are killing themselves. The kind of work ethic they have is just unbelievable. They're here 1, 2, 3 in the morning trying to get this church done. And oh ye of little faith. There's going to be a dedication service here, but the extent to which it's done, I think it's up to discussion. But hey, it's an amazing thing to watch, the work ethic of these people. The interesting thing about it is that they have not paid anyone. There's been absolutely zero wages paid to any skilled worker to build this church. It's all been dedicated by the people here in this community.
I had this sifter and I had to put it in some water, put sand in there, and then I had to just shake it. And I did that all day long because you want the fine sand to go to the bottom, and all the coral and shells that come out, you don't want that on your wall.
We still got a lot of work, but these guys work all night, practically. So I'll be going home pretty soon, and his day's only half over.
Well, the eye clinics are set up basically, the Lions Club gives us glasses to dispense free of charge to local people in need. And so we set these up in, usually if we're building a church, we try to set them up in that church setting so that it will attract people to that local church. And in this case, because this church is kind of at the end of the island and in a small community, we knew that there wouldn't be a lot of traffic, so we set up our clinic here 3 days. And then what was really neat for us is that we had one day that we were able to go down to the Kalanga Church, which is the church that our group helped finish 2 years ago. It was neat to see.
I am in the optical clinic, and I am help fitting people for glasses, getting them situated, and doing the tests. So we're basically start to finish doing the testing, getting them glasses, and seeing them walk out the door really happy.
Really wanted to help out with this particular part of the mission trip because I would love to be an optometrist, and I thought, what better way to test out if I really want to be an optometrist or not than to work in the eye clinic. A little boy came in just a few minutes ago, and he obviously has some trouble with his eyes.
It seemed like he had a little bit of distance problems, and you could see there was some white film over one of his eyes, and it looks like his eyes were really strained, just like looking person to person, and seeing him get glasses and get the right ones, you could see it on his face. He just lit up, and he could see me smiling at him. It was cool because he sat down in the chair and he looked up at me and there's no expression, but then Heather got him some glasses and he put them on, and he looked up at me and he kind of gave me an expression, but not really. And then she tried maybe 2 or 3 more pairs of glasses, and each time he just looked at me and he just got this huge smile. Like the last pair, it was cool because he could read everything on my face and he could see, so it was cool. You feel so blessed to be here, and you think you're helping them, but really they're helping you. It's just the look on their face, and it's like instant gratification. Like it's just immediate, the response, and they're so thankful. It makes you feel so good. It's awesome.
The children's programs were really cool to be a part of. We had 30 children the first night. They knew all the songs. They sang so loud, it was amazing. We start out with song service, and then we do a Bible story of some sort. We did creation and Noah's Ark.
Well, right now we're having the children's program, so we're here at the church, and all the kids have been here, and we've done songs with them, and we told them a Bible story. We did a memory verse with them and gave them some prizes if they remembered, what we taught them. Then now we brought them out, and they're coloring right now, and we have these little boats that we've given them that represents Jesus crossing the Sea of Galilee, and they're coloring those, and they can take them home.
The building that we're meeting in to have the children's programs is more like a shack than a church or even a building. It's just a roof with walls. Some of the walls have holes in them. There's no windows, there's no doors. They just slide a piece of plywood in front of the door to keep the animals out pretty much.
So it's been really fun being with those kids because they're just the most exciting, loving kids. And as soon as you get out of the van, they are running to you and their arms grab you, like 10 of them. I have a sweater and it's completely stretched out.
It was really a really cool experience to be doing the children's programs.
Well, I was invited here by Quiet Hour and also the Tonga Mission to come and support a project that is taking place here, and precisely what I've been doing is running a program for the community and the local church, focusing on issues that families struggle with, and basically the theme of the week was how they can build strong and effective families. Being here over the last week and seeing the final sprint, if you like, there were many questions as to whether this thing could be done, but just been amazed by the people's commitment and their faithfulness, particularly so because in most places when we build a church, it's on a nice piece of land, but here it was a swampy area. They needed to build up the foundation and then start from there. It's not an easy thing, so yeah, interesting, and certainly something that I won't forget for a very long time.
They probably have more faith than I do because there is still so much to be done. We have about 36 hours before they want to have a dedication. And, oh ye of little faith. But we're doing what we can.
This trip has definitely proved the existence and power of a God who loves us very much. Definitely gave me beyond a doubt evidence. I mean, the kind of evidence that you only hear about in stories and think that never really happens. Quiet Hour has done so much for these people through our team, but there's still so much more that I think I could do.
Are you ready for your own mission experience? Join us on a Quiet Hour Ministries mission trip. Get started right now at qhministries.org. You can preach the gospel, lead children's outreach, help with construction, or serve in medical clinics. And keep in touch with us online. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at QH Ministries. Is God calling you to the mission field? Then join us in sharing His saving grace.
Welcome back to Missions Today. Earlier we talked about how we had a Quiet Hour mission team here 2 years ago that had raised the funds to start the groundwork for the church that we're frantically trying to finish in time for the dedication service this weekend. But when they arrived, they were actually on the eastern side of the island working on another church that had been waiting for 11 years to be completed.
Construction was one of my favorite places to be because I could see the end and see what progress we were making. What we were doing, we painted the whole inside, we re-cemented the floor, then we worked on putting a fence in.
Yeah, we're mostly just trying to make this empty building into a church and fix the yard up nice. We dug up a lot of garbage and we dug some holes. So yeah, that's pretty much our progress so far.
I don't know, I don't mind working hard, and you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you're a girl, you're smaller, you can't use a shovel or carry rocks or anything. So I guess I just want to prove them wrong and be like, "Urgh."
I was working with a little girl. Her name was Bella.
You could tell one of her eyes, the muscle wasn't working.
Basically looked like it was crossed.
Took her to Judy, and Judy looked and looked for a pair of glasses and finally found one. And you could just see her smiling face. It was so amazing just to be able to see her.
And I think she'll do just great. She was so tickled. She had them on and was looking all over the place.
And she was bouncing up and down. And you could tell that she was really excited to be able to see just a little bit more.
Right after she got her glasses, she runs up to me. She was so happy, gave me the biggest hug and wouldn't let go. I felt at that moment, it's like, wow, it was really God that laid His hands on her eyes and helped her see.
The kids come and they come to hear us sing and listen to skits and mimes. It's really fun to see the kids be so involved in singing and hearing them laugh and just seeing the smile on their faces.
I taught with Avery. I've never actually taught a class before, so it was really fun to see that, and it kind of interested me, so maybe I'll become a teacher.
Helping out those kids in those classrooms was really good, and when we had to leave, they didn't want us to leave. They were clinging to us and telling us to stay, and that really did something to me. And seeing them smile and seeing them laugh and had a good time with us, it really touched me.
Ever since I got here, I've been resisting the urge to cry. The one thing that moved me the most was when the choir sang that song that said, "I have you, Lord, because I have you, I'm rich, even if the world thinks I'm poor."
It makes me think I have so much, and I thought I had it bad because I have to share one bathroom with a bunch of my siblings, but they have it even worse.
I would really, really encourage everyone to go on a quiet hour mission trip.
Words can't do it justice.
And it's such a spiritual high.
You have to go on a quiet hour trip. It's the best. It's definitely changed my life.
And I'll never be the same person ever again.
When we were here last night, this entire wall was just a blank open space that looked out to the outside. Now they have mostly all the wall up. I still don't know if they're going to be able to finish in time for the dedication, but obviously these crews are working through the night to get this done. A lot is happening all around us. They just might make it.
We're priming the cement and cement block with block sealer. Feeling good. We pace ourselves and they feed us well, so it's going good.
Worshiping with these people is very uplifting for me because they come with a spiritual attitude more than I've been around. And we go in there and all the youth get up, there's like 20 of them, and they're just singing. Everyone is so exuberant, you know, and you can just feel the life. And they literally live church every day. Like, it's not just a one day a week thing. They are a family all week long, and they come together and you can just feel, the family and you feel part of it.
All right, we're down to the wire, gang. The locals have prepared a farewell for us, and I tell you what, this is going to be a memory you'll take back with you that'll cherish forever. You ready to go? Yeah.
So it's exactly 30 minutes from the start of this dedication service, and it's a sprint to the finish. They're still laying the floor, painting the front of the stage, building the stage. There's a lot going on all around us to get this done in time, but they're just about finished, and I'm sure it's going to be a great dedication.
This is awesome experience. It's truly awesome. As I worked here early this morning, the people are so committed to God and being unified and helping to get God's church together. They are just so excited about it. It just inspires me to wake up early this morning and come in to do more work, to finishing touches. I'm just so excited to see the church and how far it's come along. It actually looks better than my church at home. So I'm just really excited with this.
With the moral we put down on it to start, and I'm kind of in shock to think in 2 years that they've done all this. And the thing that really amazed me the most is that it's been done. I call this the church that love built, because it's been done without paying another person, paying even the people who work here. Every church member dedicated their time with no money to build this church. That's an amazing feat. I can't think of anywhere in the U.S. that we could do something like this. This shows me that these people are serious about God, and they're serious about having a church building to worship in and bring others in. My words, I can't find words. I'm thrilled, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic. There's so much in me I can't get it out, but I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad I made the sacrifice to come. I'm just bubbling over to be here, to be a part of this.
I just want to take this opportunity to especially thank the Papua Church and all the people that have come out every night to help us finish this church. And I know there are members of other churches that came to help. I think that Havea has been here at the church working non-stop the last at least 48 hours. I don't think he's had any sleep the last 2 nights. Havea, I want to say a big thank you to you for keeping all the group going and for your tender and loving and caring ways for this church. And really, the Papua church members need to be the ones to cut the ribbon. We're so honored to do that for you today. God bless you.
Pretty rough form when we arrived 2 weeks ago, and during the course of those 2 weeks, it didn't look like we were going to get as far as we have. So late nights, long hours, people coming together has allowed them to accomplish way more than I suspected.
Seeing the building of the new church and seeing the people now being able to use it, to be in it, is really amazing. I mean, when you see what they were using before, pretty much a shack, and you come to this new building and it's a church. Like, you walk in and you know that it's a church. Just to know that they now have a real place to worship, a real structure with a roof and walls and windows and doors is really cool. I'm really glad that I was able to help out with it.
A mission trip has personally changed my life, and some people don't understand why. Why do you pay all this money to go and you're not even vacationing, you're just working? I mean, I haven't been in the water once yet. It's something that you can't really understand until you go.
For me, building a brand new church for these people is an experience I'll never forget. I came back on a quiet hour mission trip specifically for the reason that it's just a rejuvenation. It just fills you up and really gets your fire going, and it's something like you can't explain it in words. It's life-changing, and you come here to be a blessing to people, but you walked away and your life has changed, and you're truly just blessed by the experience.
The story of this church has been so incredibly inspiring to me. I know it has the rest of our team as well. Meeting these people, getting to work with them, seeing the struggles that they have gone through for years, wanting their own church. And then to be at that dedication service, I have never experienced anything like that in my life. An experience I'll never forget, one of the most rewarding experiences just of my entire life. I could have never imagined anything like that. I'm just so thrilled that these people have a place where they can continue to proclaim the name of Jesus and share grace with all of those around them. And I look forward to hearing the stories that come out of this church for years to come of lives that were won for the kingdom. Join us next time on Missions Today. Hey, so we've got this really cool contest going on right now. You could be chosen to go with us on an all-expenses-paid mission trip. So head over to qhministries.org/contest to post a video as to why you should be chosen.